Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope that everybody is fine. So let's start another lecture related with the same play, The Glass Menagerie. So the Glass Menagerie, as we have started this play yesterday, and yesterday we discussed about uh, some topics of this lecture, some topics of the play. They were introduction to the playwright, introduction to the title of the play, introduction to the play. Then we discuss characters of the play, which I have already shared with you. I hope that you have gone through it and you have understood all the things which were discussed yesterday. Today we are going to talk on a very important topic, that is summary of the play. So let's start summary of the play. As I have already discussed with you that there are four major characters here in the play. One is Amanda Wingfield, second is Laura Wingfield, Tom Wingfield, Jim O'Connor, and fifth is Mr. Wingfield, who is only discussed in the play but he has not played any role in the play The Glass Menagerie, but his picture is hanging in the living room of the Wing family. Yesterday we have already discussed all about it. So there are 7 scenes in the play. I cannot describe all 7 scenes in detail, but I am going to talk summary of all these 7 scenes. So the play begins with the current day, and there is discussion of 1940s. When we recall the 1940s, then you can realize, you can understand that this was the time of Second World War, and during that Second World War, it was an era of depression and anxiety, and this thing we have already discussed in the class many times while learning the other plays. Okay, so in the same manner the play begins with the current day, 1940s at the time, and Tom is a narrator. Basically Tom is also performing a role and he is also a narrator of the story. So the play starts that the Tom comes on the stage and he is explaining to us, he is explaining to audience that the play is his memory in 1930s, and he is retelling that story. The story is being retold and has lots of funky memory elements in it, like weird lightning and music. Okay, we are introducing here to Tom that we are also introduced to a large screen that the William uses to project images and pictures on the play progresses. Tom explains that his father happily abandoned those years ago. You can see in the picture in slide that there is father's picture which is hanging on the wall, and there is like 2 characters are standing. One is Tom and other is Amanda, his mother. Behind them you can find the picture of father. Okay, so they are discussing about their family, and they are discussing that how father left the family years ago. Then we see Tom having dinner with his mother, Amanda, you can see in the picture, and his sister Laura. Again, discussing the issues of the family. Amanda expresses a desire to Laura to have a gentleman callers. Now here we must know that the gentleman callers means that she is talking about a proposal for the marriage of Laura, and she wanted that Laura may call any gentleman caller for her marriage, as she used to be back in the back years, that she was very lovely and she used to talk about the boys And then she was a southern belle. Actually, there is a symbolism of southern belle. It was very beautiful. So that's why Amanda encourages her for the marriage. There is a theme of marriage here, you will find, and they are talking about the proposal for Laura. You can see in the picture that the Laura has a unicorn on her hand. I have already discussed that the glass menagerie is the collection of glass animals, and from all those collection of the animals, Laura used to like unicorn because one leg of unicorn was broken over there, and she feels that the unicorn is showing her personality, as she had a limb in her leg. So she used to feel that, like the unicorn, my personality is represented by unicorn. So she is talking about that unicorn having it on her hand. Laura describes a boy named Jim. Now, who is Jim? The character of Jim O'Connor, as I have already told you, that Jim O'Connor is the friend of Laura and Tom. When they were in high school, he was athlete. So Tom actually invites Jim at his home for the dinner, as he thought that the Jim is the best proposal for Laura. And Jim also works in the same warehouse company where the Tom is working. So you can see in the picture, Laura and Tom, they are together, and Tom is actually calling Jim at his home for the dinner. So Laura describes a boy named Jim she used to have a thing for in high school, and we see her glass menagerie obsession in the picture. Amanda gets angry at Laura for dropping out of a typing class due to her painfully and shy nature. Actually, Amanda wanted Laura that she may face the world, she may face the realities of the world, and she may go outside, and for that she actually got her to take admission in the typing class. But because of her nature, Laura left that class. So you can see in the picture it's clear. Now one more thing I must discuss with you, that mother always had the conflict with the Tom, that why does he not call any gentleman caller for his sister Laura, and she always used to ask Tom to call any boy as a proposal for the Laura. So the conflict with Tom is quickly established in the play, and he's at odds with his mother because he hates his job and wants to leave but has a duty to support the family. In the previous lecture, I already discussed with you that Tom used to work in a warehouse, in a shoe warehouse. There he was responsible to support the family, but he himself does not want to be the part of that company or the shoe warehouse. He actually wanted to escape himself from that job, but the responsibility and sense of duty compelled him to do that job to support the family. His mother calls him selfish for his constant reading, dancing, drinking, and escaping to the movies. As I told you, after shoe warehouse, after completing his duty in shoe warehouse, he used to go outside. He does not come back to home, but he used to go outside and used to spend most of his time by watching movies and dancing and drinking. Even he was also a womanizer. So mother actually had the conflict with Tom on this thing. Laura encourages them to make up, which they do. When they were fighting to each other, they were discussing, and mother was angry. Then Laura comes and she make them to patch up. But issue is unresolved, and the issue was still on as Tom leaves the house. Amanda asks Tom to get a gentleman collar, as I have already discussed, no need to discuss again, for his sister, which he does. One of his friends from a work that turns out to be the gym that Laura had spoken of. Amanda gets all excited and prepares the house. When Tom invited his friend Jim O'Connor at home for the dinner, and he told his mother Amanda that I have called a boy for the Laura as a proposal of Laura. So mother got very much happy and she was very much excited. So she cleaned the house, she prepared the dinner, she lit the candles, means that she prepared whole house, and she was very much happy. And she has a love for his son Tom. You can see in the picture, it's clear. You can see in the another picture that Amanda gets all excited and prepares the house. You can see that the house is cleaned, and there is a gentleman caller who is Jim, and like candle lights are they are lit by Amanda, and they are happy and discussing. When Laura finds out that it's a Jim coming to visit, she hides in the living room. Actually, when Laura came to knew, when Laura knew that it's a Jim O'Connor who was their friend in the high school, so she was already in the inferiority complex, and she actually does not want to come in front of Jim, as she had a limp in her leg. So due to that inferiority complex, she hides herself in the living room. But Jim started to talk with her, and he talks to her and gets her to open up. She becomes a little bit happy, and she starts to take interest in Jim O'Connor, and they bond with each other, they kiss each other. Jim is then she came to know later, when after some time, after a few moments, Jim O'Connor told her that Jim is engaged with another girl. So again, this was a big shock for Laura, that she thought that nobody is there for her in the world. So Jim takes off Laura, and Laura again gets very much sad. Amanda yells her son and then comforts Laura during Tom's closing speech to the audience. And Amanda actually again had a conflict with Tom, that why did you call Jim O'Connor at the dinner if he was engaged with another girl. So Tom told her that he was not known about the engagement of the engagement of Jim O'Connor. But again there was a long fight between them, a big speech between son and mother. And Tom, that night, Tom was very much angry, and he actually leaves the house forever, like his father. As his father abandoned his family, Tom also abandoned his family, and Tom reveals to the audience that he abandoned his family shortly after that night, but has been hunted by Laura, the sister he abandoned, ever since. So he was in a grief and he was not happy, and he was upset and depressed because of his sister Laura, and in this way the play ends. Tom left the home and he left it forever. So this was the end of the story, The Glass Menagerie. Thank you very much. I think everybody has got the lecture 2, and lecture 2 whole lecture is related with the summary of the play, and you must be reading the original text. When you read the original text, you can understand it scene by scene.